This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Welcome back to 2 Cents with Beegs. This episode I thought I didn't do a poll or anything, but I just wanted to make it on a whim because, well, I just did. I don't know. I was just driving along and I thought about it and thought it was pretty relatable to everyone. This one's gonna be about holding that L or no Johns in general. What I mean by that is when people make excuses, the reason why they lose, oh, my hands were cold, or that I ate something that was wrong, or just in general, just excuses that are just asinine. You need to realize that sometimes you get outplayed, or sometimes you just weren't playing up to par. That means you need to work on it. Figure out what you can do to avoid that. The cold hands thing, that is a legit thing to a certain degree. When you first come to a tournament and you're getting ready, and let's say you get out of pools, you did really well, but you got probably 2 hours till bracket because the other pools have to be played. That means you got some downtime. I mean, you could take a 15 half hour, whatever you want, break. Now, if you know what time the bracket's supposed to start, you should be getting warmed up within a half an hour to 45 minutes, whatever you need to get warmed up, because that's kind of your responsibility. That comes down to you. I don't know what you'd be doing other than not playing, unless there's a hot chick you gotta talk to, and then that's understandable. But seriously, you're there to play. Why dick around like that? So that a lot of the Johns that people make, they're really on you, unless I've heard of once before, there has been people that screaming in my ear, or I couldn't focus because someone had heavy breathing, stuff like that. Well, you need to think what you can do to avoid that. Maybe take 5 minutes between the game and think, hey, I need to focus on what's going on, get your inner zen on, whatever you want to call it, or just focus. Don't worry about what they're doing. Who cares what they're doing? But if they're acting super weird, making loud noises or swearing a lot, ignore it. You just focus on the match. I mean, for as many people I've played, and I've seen some interesting people. They've done some weird things. I mean, last week, this Steve swore this guy was on some kind of Ritalin or something, because this guy was just tweaking out every time I was playing him. I ignored it. I didn't even notice it until Steve was talking about it actually on the ride home. He's like, I swear that guy was on coke or something. I don't know. But I was just focused. I was focused on what the guy was doing with his character and wanted to beat him. Now, another example is recently I just got wobbled, and I'm pretty sure I lost 21 out of my 24 stocks because it was grand finals. And mind you, I don't really like wobbling. I think it's kind of a lame tactic because it's the only tactic in the game that you really have no control over your character. You get grabbed, it's kind of on them. They messed up, they mess it up. I can't DI it, I can't shake out of it. There's nothing I can do, and that's the beauty about melee, is that even when you're getting comboed, you still have control over your character. But wobbling completely cancels it out. But that's a whole nother issue in general. But I knew what I did wrong. My spacing was not perfect with Marth. I was a little bit too aggressive. Maybe I didn't camp hard enough. I didn't have him approach. I approached him. I was playing his game. And I held that, I was like, okay, yeah, he outplayed me, kinda, I guess you want to call that outplaying. He beat me, he outsmarted me on that. He got the grabs and, won. Now I kind of went back to drawing board where I thought to myself, okay, what do I need to do to get around this? What can I do to improve? Do I need to use my secondaries? Should I look into playing more Sheik against Ice Climbers? Should I look into playing my Fox, Falco, my Samus? A whole bunch of different options were going through my head, and I even talked to my friends about that. the easier you accept it and go, okay, I lost, what can I do to avoid that, the better you're gonna get. Do not make excuses. Don't be like, well, that guy was a spammy F smash Marth, or you know, something like that, or that guy just ran away and shot his gun because he's Fox and can do that. Okay, if you did that, then figure out an option. Figure out what you can do around it. Ask, you know, leave a comment, or text your friends or something. Like, even make a post on Smashboards, which I'm sure there's an article somewhere on Smashboards, Reddit, a YouTube video that someone's going over like what to do against these kind of tactics, something like that. Or maybe you were getting too over aggressive on certain things, or doing the same things from the stage. Like, if it's recorded, watch it. Don't dismiss it. Just don't think it's like, oh, that was a free win, that was a cheese, you know, something like that. Just work on it. And like I said, the easier it is on like accepting that, the better you're gonna get. You can't keep lying to yourself about it, like that person didn't beat me, or he did not play me, or anything like that. Unless you, like, literally, the only time I'll say, like, it's not even really a genre excuse, like, you SD'd. Okay, yeah, that's still on you. Like, you're still admitting that you messed it up. So that can be understandable. That all it is that you had tournament jitters, and that's a big thing. That I won't lie about that. That's, again, that'll be another topic sometime down the road on how to get over that. But it's still a thing that you have to work on, and it's no one else's fault other than your own. Like, this is what you have in front of you. This is what's in your hand, you know. Or as my father would always say, these are the cards that you're dealt with. Do the best you can with them. So, if you could get anything from this video, learn from your mistakes. Don't take any excuse like that. You know, don't make excuses about other people. It's all you. You control the character. You're controlling the inputs. It's not Cloud's fault. It's not Mars' fault, Sheik, anything. Like, oh, my character just SD'd. You have pure control over that character. So, focus, you know? Hit the drawing board. Think about it. Think about what you're feeling at the time. Watch videos. Definitely watch videos of yourself. Like I said, that really shows in replay what you did wrong or what you did right in certain situations, you know, and take those notes and write it down, you know. And if you're completely clueless, like you have no idea what to do against this random low tier, let's say Dr. Mario, watch some videos. And again, I'll refer to Smashboards quite a bit, because there's definitely a character discussion thread on what to do on certain characters, like basics, you know. And sometimes that's what you need. You know, you need some kind of foundation before. Well, you always need a foundation before you can build upon it. It's just like building a house, obviously. So think about it. I mean, if you have all these pieces but don't have a foundation, it's obviously not going to stand on its own. You know, just, it's kind of basic. Another thing too is how do I word it without sounding like a complete cock? Acknowledge the other player's skill too. Don't take everyone as like a free win regardless. Like, let's say you got a no name, like you never heard this person's name at all. Don't sleep on them. Like, don't ever do that. That is a lot of players' biggest faults. They always just start sleeping on people and like, oh yeah, I never heard this faggot, so this is gonna be free. No. That's how you get yourself a quick 2-0 into a trip to losers. You gotta take everyone as like a god, practically. Like, oh, this guy is probably super good at the game. Da. So that's just another thing for Leno John's video. But pretty much that's all I have for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something from this. And keep on practicing. And remember, no Johns. Thanks, guys. Take care.